Still a couple of games left of the season which we do need to get good results in, but I think it's likely that we have secured some form of European football at least this season. In the 2 matches since he left us, things definitely didn't go all our own way, but we did get 2 wins. First was a 2-1 win against Everton. We found ourselves 1-0 down, but Marcelo Silva Santos and Lee Dilly getting goals in that game to give us a 2-1 win. And then most recently a 3-2 win against Bournemouth. A real back and forth game. Lee went ahead, we drew level, we went ahead, Lee drew level. But then Lee Dilly secured us a win. He got 2 goals in this game, now has 12 for the season. So it's been a very, very good season for him. It leaves us 7th in the Premier League table. But like we were saying, I think there's plenty of opportunity for us to get Europe this season, even if we finish in this position. Can finish no lower than 8th. And I think that could even be enough. The reason for that, Arsenal and Liverpool are meeting in the FA Cup final, so they both look to secure some form of European football this season. So that should mean the place filters down in the league. It's not just that Manchester City sitting a place above us in the league. They have got to the final of the Champions League, so I think if they win that, they'll secure Champions League football for next season, which could see it drop down the league. We also see Chelsea in the final of the Europa League. They're close to winning the title, so again they won't be needing that spot in the Champions League, so that could see it filter down. And then as well, Brighton have found themselves in the Europa Conference League final. This one is made more interesting by the fact that Brighton are in fact 18th in the Premier League, 4 points off safety with only 2 games left, so they face a really tough challenge to stay up. Could find themselves playing Championship football and some form of European football next year. But all that means, I hope we have managed to do enough to secure ourselves a place in Europe next season. It's just a case of which competition we will be playing in. But like we say, we still have an outside chance of finishing in these Champions League spots. We're only 4 points away from them ourselves. Obviously, we need other teams to drop points around us, but hopefully we can go out and get some good results to see ourselves through into this top 6 pack come the end of the games. In the first game of the day, Tottenham have beaten Liverpool 1-0, so a win for us could take us level on points with Liverpool going into the final game of the season. So there's still lots to play for. We are up against Brentford. Leeds are playing Newcastle as well, so maybe an opportunity for us to get clear enough of Leeds before that final game of the season if Newcastle can get a win. Alternatively, if Leeds can get a win, giving us 1 point behind Newcastle going into the final game. So there's lots of things that we need to look out for, but we need to concentrate and do our job on the pitch and get ourselves a win in this match. For the game today, Nunziante starts in goal. Barley, Chiriac, Jones and Lascore are the defence, with Arnott, Patino, Kane and Milinkovic in behind Foyt and Dilly. It's a team that has been doing well for us recently, and we need them to go out and do well again. It's our final away match of the season, so hopefully it's one we can do for the travelling fans, get ourselves one last good result on the road and give ourselves the best chance of qualifying for this European positions. Already in the Leeds Newcastle game, Leeds have gone down to 10 men, so it's going to be a real uphill struggle from them for the rest of the game. They're playing over 86 minutes with 10 men in that match, so yeah, good luck to them. Here in our game low, Lee Dilly has just put us ahead. Milinkovic has come back into the first team and provides an instant assist for Lee Dilly, and he has been a major player for us this year, has Milinkovic. He's our top scorer, or joint top scorer now. That goal from Dilly takes him level, but he's provided lots of assists as well, has been a real creative spark in the team, and laying it on a play for Dilly there to smack it into the back of the net to give us that 1-0 lead. Since he's grabbed his target, he has gone on a bit of a goal scoring run of form, and I think he does have the faith now that he is a Premier League player. Chiriac putting us 2-0 up in this match now. We really are looking to do our part and do it quite early. Goal difference could play a massive part as well. As of now, ours is much inferior to the rest of the teams around us, but if we can get big wins in today's game, But who knows what could happen come the end of the season. We're coming forward again now. The score gets it into Arnott. He tries to play it back to Chiriac, but it's a really poor ball, and it gives Brentford the opportunity to break forward. Now Munoz on the right hand side gets it into the box. Arnott again, giving it away. That's twice he gave it to the same man. The second time was absolutely atrocious. I don't know what he was thinking. Football Manager is trying to blame Nunziante for that goal, but if we just look at Arnott here, he's trying to play it to Chiriac again twice. He's trying to find Chiriac in that move twice. Munoz has got the ball, and this time he punished us by finding the back of the net. Arnott, like we say, two really poor passes in that game, but Football Manager has put it down as Nunziante's mistake. So, unfortunate for Nunziante, we know the truth. It was Arnott who was really, really poor in that move, and he needs to do some making up now. He's got the ball again. He drives over halfway. This time he does find a Stockport player. He gets it to Foy, and now it's Dilly again, and Dilly gets his second goal of the game. It restores our 2-goal advantage, and like we say, we're doing really, really well in this match. A couple of lapses in concentration from Arnott withstanding. It's been a great game for us. A brilliant ball from Barley into Foy, and then his ball across to Dilly. Dilly showing his finishing prowess by smacking it into the top corner. And like we say, a 2-goal lead restored and looking really, really good in the game. Coming into the half-time break, it's been a fantastic performance from us. We can't let up in the second half though. It looks like all the teams in those Champions League spots are getting the results they want though, and we do appear to be 4 points behind all of them. So Champions League maybe shut off to us. It depends what happens with all the stipulations. So yeah, it may be a while before we find out what actual competition we're in. But like we say, I think we've definitely qualified for some form of European football this year based on what we've done so far. And if we can just see it out with 2 good results to end the year, then it would cap what has already been a sensational season for us. In this game, we've just won the ball back. Patino looking to drive over halfway, finds the score on the left hand side. He can't take on the Brentford man though. They have an opportunity to come forward. Johnson on the right hand side, driving into the box, plays it back to Mbueno, and he really should be doing better with that opportunity. Thankfully for us, it drifts wide of the far post, and we retain that 2-goal advantage. Arnott is tiring now and hasn't had the best of games, so Corrigan can come on, and we will bring on Whittle in place of PJ Kane as well. Hasn't had an awful game as Kane, but I do enjoy seeing Stephen Whittle on the pitch. He just looks like a young little boy lost in a man's football game, but he always seems to do a little bit when he is on the pitch. Patino and Dilly both tiring. Dilly on a hat-trick, he's not going to come off. Catalones can come on for Patino though. And we will bring on Jordan Ross in place of Foy as well, just to give Jordan Ross a little bit of game time. A bit unlucky to find himself out of the team, but Foy has wanted a little bit more football and has performed relatively well without getting goals. He's laid on a couple of goals for Lee Dilly and has been relatively well involved in our attacking play. So always happy to see competition for places. We do enjoy Owen Foy, so would like him to stick around. That's why we're trying to make him happy. It could be the case that Jordan Ross does move on this summer as we look to improve that attack for the potential European games that we do have next year. But great to see us getting a victory there. Great to see Lee Dilly continuing his amazing goal scoring run as well. Another couple of goals in this match. And now we just have one more game until the end of the season. We see Leeds lost 2-1 as well, so that puts us 4 points ahead of them, so they can't catch us. And it looks like the European places have filtered down, and we will be finishing the season in the European places this season. It's been a sensational year for us, like we say, but we'll see how high we can get us. Manchester City could only draw their game against already relegated Birmingham as well, so it sees us going to the final game of the season in 6th place we'll keep an eye out on what the Liverpool score is in their match before we move on to the next game. But looks like we could be set for a sensational season. So it's another huge match in the Premier League. Liverpool against Newcastle, 5th against 3rd. It's an opportunity for Liverpool to close the gap and give themselves an opportunity to get into those Champions League places. It's also an opportunity for Newcastle to secure themselves the position for next year. So both teams will be eager for the win. It's Liverpool who have got the win, and I think that closes off 5th place for us. Would have to overcome a 12 goal difference in the goal difference. So I think it's a bit of a big ask for us, Liverpool with a 96th winner in that game. But again, we've already done really well to get where we are, and like we can see, we've qualified for the Conference League at the moment. We are still in contention to qualify for the Europa League, as it says there. So we'll see what happens, but the big game against Leeds coming up in 4 days' time. They shouldn't have much to play for, but at the moment they do have the highest scoring player in the league, so we're going to have to be on our toes and look out for him. But like we say, it's in our hands to get ourselves a good result and consolidate the 6th place finish. We have had one enforced change for the game against Leeds. Lee Dilly has picked up an injury, so he's going to miss the last game of the season. He will be here at the ground though, I'm sure, to watch his team go out and hopefully get one last huge win of the season and see ourselves finish 6th place in the league. Nunziante in goal, Barley, Chiriac, Jones on the score, Arnott, Patino, Kane, Milinkovic, Ross and Foy. This is the start 11 that's going to try to get us the win early on, but we do have lots of options on the bench to come on and make a difference if we need to. But it's one last opportunity to go out at Edgeley Park this season and give the fans one last huge performance to see if we can finish the season on a high. And they've come to know and love this set of players. This has been probably our most regular starting lineup. Dilly obviously would be in there, but unfortunately injured. But Foy, Ross, Dilly, they've all shared a lot of game time this season, and it's served us very well. Like we say, one last opportunity now to go out, give these home fans one big game, one big performance, and a huge reason to celebrate come the end of the match. Leeds though are looking to rain on the parade and get themselves a win, finish off what's been a really good season for them as well. Riding high in 8th place, still with a chance of European football for them I think as well. So they'll want to finish with a bit of a bang. I think they may still be able to finish it in 7th place, so a win for them is definitely needed. So we need to be on our toes and we need to go out and deliver a big performance in the rain today. We see Kane on the ball now. He finds Barley in space on the right hand side. He is driving forward now. He finds the ball into Foy, and Foy grabs his 5th goal of the season. It's our first goal of today's game, and it puts us 1-0 up in the match. It was great play from Kane to release Barley down the right hand side. He had acres of space in front of him to drive into. None of the defenders really came to put a challenge in either, and that allowed him to drive the ball across the box, and Foy had an easy finish into the back of the net past Melier, and it gives us a really, really good start in this match. The score now with the throw on the left hand side. The goal scorer Foy picks it up and plays it back to Jones, and now it's with the score. The captain Patino gets it to Milinkovic. Question marks of offside against Foy. I thought it was offside when Milinkovic played it through to him, so I don't think this one will stand. It was a good bit of play though from the team, but unfortunately Foy moved slightly too early, and we aren't going to see ourselves double our lead quite just now. And yeah, he was way offside, but good little passage of play, and shows that we can play some good football as well, which will be needed in Europe next year. Obviously we will have to strengthen the squad, and there is some players who may be moved on. I think the likes of Zaplatal haven't played much football this year, and we could strengthen in that back line as well. And I think despite having a better season in front of goal this year, I think improvement in striker is probably needed as well. So we will be on the lookout for a striker. And let's be honest, a goalkeeper could be needed as well. I think we'll probably look for a new spine of the team. Foy, Sean, he deserves to stay in the squad. We definitely want to keep him around for next year, and we will be looking to award him with a new contract as well. It's the second goal of the game. This one does stand. It's a great ball forward from Kane, and this time Foy manages his run well and drives that one into the back of the net with his left foot and puts us 2-0 up this time. And maybe an opportunity to get a third before half time as well. Patino driving forward, our captain, who has been really instrumental this year. He hasn't got a goal quite just yet this season. He's got plenty of assists to his name though, but would be nice for him to end the season with a goal to his name. Milinkovic was looking for him from the corner. Melier popped up just ahead of him to smother the ball, and he's not quite able to find his goal yet. I think I will put him on penalties just in case we do get a penalty in the second half, because he has been a very, very influential player for us this season. He's got 11 assists to his name so far. He is our captain, and he's just been a tremendous servant to the club as well. 174 appearances made so far for us. So, like we say, if he could grab himself a goal in this game, that would be really, really nice for us. He has been made the penalty taker, so if we do get one, he will be stepping up. But if he can get one from open play as well, it would be great. I think he really does deserve it. Like we say, he's a player who the Stockport faithful have really come to love and admire. He's spent a lot of time at the club, joined us in the Championship, has really helped establish us as a Premier League team. Owen Foy close to getting his hat-trick there. Patino involved in the build-up. I think it was Milinkovic who got the final ball through, but the keeper came out and deflected it out for a corner. Patino standing over it, he whips it in, can't quite find Milinkovic at the back post, and Leeds get that one out for a throw-in. 62 minutes gone. We're going to bring Lewis Hall on, and I think we're going to bring on Leo Sawyer as well in place of Milinkovic. Probably going to be a goodbye appearance for Leo Sawyer. And we have got Freddie Smith on the bench as well. He hasn't really featured much this season. We tried to get rid of him in January. No one came in for him. We will be looking to move him on this summer. But coming through the academy, he's been a fantastic servant for the club, so he can get a final day appearance and he can wave goodbye to the Stockport fans. We do see Freddie Smith with the throw now. He gets it into Ross into Kane, and now we find Chiriac. We've been really good at keeping possession this year. I think we found a team which is more capable in possession. We have Sawyer now getting into the box. He gets it into Foy. Foy, a couple of bites at the cherry there, but can't get his hat-trick as of yet. And we do need to make a couple of changes. Patino is tiring. We are going to bring on Zaplatal for Patino. We'll move Hall up into the deep line, playmaker role. Jones can go out to left back. Zaplatal can drop in at that deep line, playmaker role. And I think as well, we will bring on Salim Gerrard for Jordan Ross. Ross can walk off the pitch. Applaud the fans maybe for the last time. I think out of all the striking options we have at the club, he's the one that's most likely to move on. It probably would have been Gerrard, but he has the advantage of being homegrown at club, or he will be at the end of this year, and we need that to abide for the European qualification rules. So that's why he will be sticking around. But we have ended the season with a 2-0 win. We have, I think, qualified for the Europa League at least with that result, and caps off what should be a absolutely monumental season for Stockport, and realistically should be one that moves me from being just a favoured personnel at Stockport to being an icon at least. How am I not going to move up this list? What do I need to do to become an icon? Come on, Stockport fans, love me. Confirmation there though, a 6th place finish has got us Conference League football at the moment. We'll wait and see what happens with the rest of the places once all these cup competitions are being played. Brighton have been relegated, but still in with a chance of winning the Conference League. So that'll be a very, very interesting story to keep an eye on. But we will have to wait until the next episode to see what happens and where we find ourselves next year. But like we say, this squad this season has done some brilliant things, some amazing results throughout the year, and we've really battered our previous record in the Premier League as well. So much optimism that we should have for the future. Obviously, we're a year closer to the new stadium as well, so there's just so much more excitement to come at Stockport, and hopefully you'll be around with us for that journey. As always, if you have enjoyed that, please do remember to drop a like and comment down below. Remember to subscribe as well for regular Football Manager content. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.